Well, you are bound to spend a lot more time in the kitchen this season, or will you?
Our Alix, Kendall explains how to make baking easy and quick.
You'll be feeding lots of holiday guests this season, and if you're tapped for ideas, two local authors have some fresh ideas and fresh recipes that come together in a snap in the kitchen. Jeff Hertzberg and Zoe Francois have written a new book. It's called Artisan Bread in 5 minutes a day. I love the idea. It sounds very, very simple. First, start out, how did the two of you get together to come together to make this book?
We met at McPhail, where our kids were taking a class together. And after a while, you start ignoring the music, and we just started talking, and I found out she was a chef, and I said, you've got to help me write this book. You've got to make it into a book, because I had no idea how to take the original ideas I had that I'd been fooling with for a while. And she said, yeah. And so we're gonna show you how to do it.
Okay, we're talking artisan breads.
That's
now,
right.
I see, obviously, you have a big bowl of flour here.
Yeah,
Where do you
that's
go
right.
from there?
Well, what we wanted to do is take all the intimidation out of baking bread. And so we've just narrowed it down to the most basic steps of baking bread and the most basic ingredients. So today we just have yeast, salt, flour, and water, and that's it.
One, two, three, 4 ingredients.
That's right.
That's it.
We have this bucket, and that is all the equipment that we need. So we're just gonna throw in our yeast.
Is that just 1 packet of yeast?
Well, actually, that's 1.5 tablespoons of yeast and
Okay.
1.5 tablespoons of salt. And then we have 6.5 cups of all-purpose flour. And we'll just put this in the bucket.
You don't have to go sifting it or anything?
We don't have to, no, there's
of that.
no sifting, and then dump the water in. And it really doesn't matter where, how you dump it in, what order. And then we're just gonna mix this up.
Okay.
And that is it. And we're making enough in this bucket for about 4 loaves of bread. And the beauty of this recipe is that you store this in the refrigerator for up to 2 weeks. And as you want a loaf of bread, you'll just pull your bucket out of the refrigerator and take a piece off and shape it, as Jeff will show you in 1 minute. And this is it. I've just completed our
When we hear
mixing.
the term artisan bread, it sounds like something very fancy that requires a lot of work. And I know that they're more popular now. You see
That's
them in
right.
bakeries everywhere.
That's right. And that's what we want. We want people to be able to create
Look at this wonderful, creative
this variety.
artwork of bread.
That's right. We want people to be able to create this variety with this method. That's it. I'm done. And so
That's it.
now I'm just going to slip the lid on,
Okay.
and then I'm going to put this into the refrigerator.
Put it in the refrigerator. Okay.
And like I said, this can last up to 2 weeks. And as it sits, it develops more sourdough characteristics, and it gets more complex and more tasty.
Okay, so into the refrigerator we go. It sits there. It can stay for, as you heard, up to 2 weeks. Becomes more flavorful with each
And
day.
this is just a bucket that I got right at Target, so it doesn't take anything special. You can put it really in anything.
Okay.
And we're gonna shape it. It's just, this is gonna be a minute, 60 seconds. Somebody have a clock going?
Okay.
So pull up a piece, it's very wet. It's wetter than what most people are used to for bread dough. And I pulled off a grapefruit-sized piece. And I'm gonna dip it in a little flour. That was a bit of a small grapefruit. This will be a cute one.
Okay.
I'm just gonna pull around from the top, just like that, until it looks nice and smooth, but that's kinda it.
Putting a generous amount of flour on the outside.
So your fingers don't stick to it, although they did.
Okay.
That's okay.
And then?
Drop it there. Let that sit for 20 to 40 minutes, and then we'll cheat. I'll do it right now. And I'm gonna slash it with a knife. And then we're gonna bake it.
Okay.
That's sat for 20 to 40
Into
minutes.
the oven. And now how hot is the oven?
450.
I'm gonna get out of your way.
Okay. So slide it onto a hot baking stone. If you don't have a hot baking stone, you can use a cookie sheet.
Okay.
And some hot water
Under the
onto
pan.
a pan, yeah.
And that allows some steam in the
Steam,
oven.
and that'll make the crust sort of hard and shiny like that.
That's
Okay.
right. So, but we also have a variety of sweet things in the book.
Take a look here, if you can. We're running out of time, but I just want to make sure that we get a shot of all these different types of breads. They
Yeah.
look so good. This is a wonderful sweet bread with
That's right,
pecans on it,
caramel roll.
and this is a chocolate. What do you call these?
Yep, a chocolate Danish ring. And
at
we have
that.
a sweet pastry, and all of this is as simple as mixing it in the bucket, just
Okay.
like that.
Thank you, both of you. Jeff and Zoe will be at the Cooks of Crocus Hill in St. Paul today for a book signing and tasting something with Garrison Keillor.
We're going to be doing a book signing at Common Good Books later in the month.
Okay, and you'll find them there between between 1 and 3, that's Cooks at Crocus Hill, and that is today. So thanks, both of you. Beautiful breads, artisan breads. And the book, once again, Artisan Breads in 5 minutes a day. Can't get any easier than that. Thanks, both of you.
Great,
Thank you. Thank you.